So if you've seen any of my previous videos on my channel, you'll know that I'm a huge fan of Off-White and Virgil Abloh as a creator and designer. And obviously recently we've had a lot of hype around the Nike Dunk Low Off-White collaboration, the 50. And back in July, Virgil Abloh had his Figures of Speech exhibition at the Institute of Contemporary Arts in Boston, or the ICA in Boston. As part of his exhibition and as part of the collaboration with the ICA, there was some merchandise that was launched as well in the Church and Slate pop-up shop. Now, for the most part, this was all of it only available at the pop-up shop and not available online. However, recently there was a restock of all of the merchandise and I managed to pick up a couple of items for review. So let's get to it. Thanks for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and also hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. You can also find me outside of YouTube on Instagram at Lukas Winn. And if you do like today's video, please do give it a thumbs up as it really does help the channel grow. Now today I'm checking out some merchandise that I copped from the Virgil Abloh Figures of Speech exhibition at the ICA in Boston. Now this exhibition has been running since July and it runs to about September, and it's similar to the MCA exhibition in Chicago back in 2019. And what Virgil is doing is basically showcasing obviously what he's done in the past in terms of the Off-White, but obviously before Off-White with Pyrex, and also just his kind of vision and obviously what he's brought to the market. So I know the exhibition features clothing, sneakers, and especially the 10, as well as some other pieces as well. Most people will know the ICA in Boston for the recent Nike Air Force One lemonades that dropped. There was a sneaker stash, which basically meant that you had to be in the location near the ICA in order to cop sneaker. So it would pop up on the sneakers app. You would go say, I'm in the location, and then if you're lucky, you would get a chance to cop sneakers in your size. The challenge with this though is the bots knew about this and they knew the location. And so they were easily able to spoof their location to actually be in Boston, even though they might have been, say, in California, for example. And a lot of the pairs got copped that way. Now, obviously, once you cop the pair, Nike's not going to really do much due diligence to say, okay, this person's not in Boston, let's not ship them a sneaker. They still ship the pairs, and everyone's pretty salty about who lives in Boston, definitely. So anyway, as part of the exhibition, I saw some of the merchandise and I really liked it. It really caught my eye and wanted to get something different for the channel and certainly for me to review and check out. So let's get to it. So for some reason they put the commercial invoice on the front of the pack, so it's just as FedEx, it might have got stolen, but fortunately it didn't, and I still managed to get it. Now in total this cost about $300, and I then got stung for the shipping duty when it got to the UK, so I had to pay another £95 I think. So in total about £400. UPS really, unfortunately they don't collect duty before it ships, so it was a little bit of unfortunate surprise when it got to the UK, but it is what it is. So really had to get this merch in hand, really keen to see what we got here, so let's get to it. Alright, so you pick up your hands there. So first tee we have, we've got this in black, extra large. Let's open this. Look at this. So they call this the ICA collection tee, and it features all of the different exhibits that were at the ICA. So you've got various different ones here, all on the front, as you can see. A couple of examples. Let me see what we got here. Okay, so we've got something up here. So we've got Virgil Abloh, American, born 1980. Team with no sport, 2012, video colour, squad 5 minutes 23 seconds, private collection. So these are all the exhibits, and so it's quite an interesting t-shirt, I feel. You've also got down here, advertised here, American born $280, advertised here to 2019, acrylic on canvas, private collection. So obviously if you go to the ICA, most likely all these exhibits are what you're going to see. So obviously you've got it on the front and then you've got it on the back as well. So it's definitely a very polarizing t-shirt, I'd say. I'm trying to see anything that might be familiar. I think it's the same on both sides actually, but I think it's a very stark t-shirt and definitely happy to get this. Actually no, at the bottom you do have ICA and then Institute of Contemporary Art, Boston, All Rights Reserved, and then 2021 Art and Design Practice of Virgil Abloh. So this t-shirt was $65 and I think it's definitely nice for the price. So let's try it on. So yeah, as you can see, this is what it's trying on. This is an extra large. I'm about 6'6" in height, so it's pretty. Sleeves aren't too bad, not too short, not too long. It's not too baggy, but it's not too tight, so there's definitely some room in that. So just turn to the back. That's how it looks at the back. So turn back around again, and yeah. Oh yeah, one other thing, you just got the Abloh tag on the left hand side. This says 2021 Abloh, and then special edition care of figures of speech. I think it's a nice little detail. All off-white clothing has that tag as well, so again, kind of keeping up that theme. On to the next piece of clothing. Okay, so here we have the figures of speech hoodie, the ICA Graffiti hoodie they call this, and just going to open it up. I have unbagged this off camera, so here you can see you've got ICA and Graffiti, and you've got this brick which is saying acid, and then you've got Virgil Abloh underneath that as well, and obviously the trademark there. You've also got the Abloh label here. This is embossed, so it's quite nice quality. The same as on the previous t-shirt, so no different there. And then on the back you have Virgil Abloh and then ICA all in that graffiti as well. Yeah, there's some graffiti on the brick as well, so again, yeah, quite a nice hoodie. I think definitely very artistic and definitely something different to what I have in my collection at the moment. So we'll try it on. Okay, so this feels a little bit tighter than I expected. It's not a Champion hoodie, so it's a different brand, and yes, definitely it's got some room. It's a little bit snugger than I thought for an extra large, but no, still definitely good for the late summer, early autumn or fall. I don't think it's a winter hoodie. I don't think it's thick enough. But definitely something you could wear with a lot of different outfits. So yeah, so that's the front. Just turn to the back and turn back round. As I said, you just got a kangaroo pouch here, but nothing really special about that. Just try the hood. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it's not as big as some other hoodies I've had, but definitely happy to add this to the collection. So yeah, so this cost $95, and I think it's not a bad price. Possibly a little bit more expensive than it should be for the quality of the hoodie, but I think you're paying again for the Virgil Abloh association, the fact it's a limited edition for the ICA exhibition, and yeah, but no, overall happy with this. So on to the last bit of clothing. So here we have the Pyrex tee. So it's a very graphic tee, should I say? It's a Champion tee as well. You can see the little Champion logo there. And you've got this big graphic print on the front, some very artistic. And the bottom you've got Office for Metropolitan Architecture, and then AMO. And then at the bottom you've got Figures of Speech, Virgil Abloh, right here. Again, you've got that tag on the side, left-hand side. And then on the back you've got Pyrex 23, and then all this different text as well. So again, that's quite a nice little detail. So for those who don't know, Pyrex design is kind of Virgil Abloh's design studio before he created Off-White. So about 5 years potentially before he created Off-White, he had this small studio known as Pyrex Design, where he created t-shirts and he had prints on them, and they're 23, and this is kind of a throwback to that era, shall we say, because obviously it was way before he was famous for Off-White, and obviously before he became artistic director for Louis Vuitton, and obviously before he became the icon of the fashion world that he is today. So really happy to get this. I mean, this was a little bit more pricey. This was $150. So, but again, I think you're just paying because obviously it's Pyrex, so it's more of a historical element as opposed to more of his more recent stuff with Off-White. So definitely happy to get this. I think it's good to have a nice piece of history in my collection. So let's try it on. So as you can see, it's roomier. It's roomy, similar to the first t-shirt. It's not too baggy, not too tight. Yeah, there's definitely some room there. So obviously this is the front. Let's turn to the back, so you can see that as well, and turn back. And yeah, so this was $150, as I said. A little bit higher price point, I definitely think. If you saw my recent review of the Off-White Nike collaboration for Summer Games, there were 2 t-shirts released for that, and they were both $150 as well. So it's not uncommon for Virgil to be kind of charging that price. There was a hoodie that was very similar to this in white, and that was going for $350, but I did pass on that because I thought that was kind of quite a high price point. But I know that that's definitely a top seller, certainly for the pop-up and for the online store as well. But yeah, definitely happy with this, and definitely happy to have this in the collection. So what do you think of the pieces that I picked up from the ICA Figures of Speech collection? Are you feeling the ICA collection tee? Are you feeling the graphic hoodie, or maybe the Pyrex tee that I'm wearing right now? Let me know in the comment section down below. Really interested to hear your thoughts on that. So if you are interested in the pieces that I featured in today's video, I'll leave links to them in the description down below. The ICA store still has some pieces available. Some of it is selling out, but there is still some available, and I know they are doing some restocks. So if you are interested, go check it out. And again, I'll leave a link in the description down below. So thanks for checking this video. If this is the kind of content you want to see more of, please do subscribe, and also hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. You can also find me outside of YouTube on Instagram at Lukas Winn. And if you did like today's video, please do give it a thumbs up, as it really does help the channel grow. And until next time, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video.